Quincy Career Center is at the Thomas Crane Public Library this month. It's all about finding your next job, a three-part series on Tuesday evenings. Ron Yacobucci of the center has come on over to tell us all about it. Ron, welcome.
Thank you, Joe. It's always a pleasure to be working with the library. We do many things with the Thomas Crane Library, most notable our job fairs that we have on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Help a lot of people. This particular month, we're actually doing our roadshow. We do a number of workshops at the Career Center, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But at the library, we're going to feature this series on finding your next job. And we've got 3 different workshops that are coming up, as you mentioned, on Tuesday nights, beginning on Tuesday, June 4th, and then we'll be there on Tuesday, June 11th, as well as Tuesday, June 18th. And I'll start with the one on the 18th because I think you pointed out that that's probably the most important one.
Well,
if you don't know how to network, you're lost.
Everything else is null and void.
Everything else is null and void.
Yeah,
so the folks that are teaching these particular workshops work at the career centers. They've all been in the business for 10 to 20 years, certified professionals. So if you're out there and you're listening to my voice and watching me and you don't have a job, or you're in between jobs, or you're looking to try to get a better job, it really is a good investment of time to come and participate in these workshops and learn these different techniques. Remember foremost is the networking.
Yes.
That's key in terms of using yourself, how to market yourself, how to use your contacts. I remember when I started this a few years ago, and LinkedIn wasn't something that most people knew what it was, and I was attending a workshop to learn all about it, and the instructor asked, name your dream job, and I said, well, I'd love to do government relations at Disney World. And lo and behold, she plugged it in, and there was a job. It wasn't on their website, but it was in that LinkedIn connection. Most of the folks now that are recruiting work through LinkedIn. And so she was able to determine that she had 2 degrees of separation. She knew someone who knew the hiring manager. And it's all about making those connections, because people who are, people who are going to hire and make that investment in an employee, they're going to rely on those reliable sources and people that they can trust. So you want to come to that workshop and you want to learn how to do that and how to do it effectively.
Yep.
The workshop on the 11th of June is about kick-starting your job search. There are a lot of folks that are out there that have been searching for a long time. It's tough, especially those that are in the younger group. There's a significantly higher percentage of unemployed. And the mature workers, which we look at as 45 and above now.
I know.
They struggle. And I think this particular workshop, the person that teaches it will really give some great tips on how to get started and some techniques. And I think it's definitely worth your while, especially if you're in that rut and you're looking for some help in moving your job search along. And the first one is just basic, the interview, the do's and don'ts. A lot of people, they are able to network and connect, and they get that interview, but then they blow it. So you really need to, interviews are an opportunity, not so much. I mean, when you get the interview, you can pretty much determine the fact that, well, you've got the qualifications and the skills and the experience, and the interview is really the way to kind of, do I fit in with this culture? Do they like me?
Right.
So it's important to get those interview basics and the do's and the don'ts. And as I've mentioned before on the show and always, the career centers are publicly funded. There's no cost for people to come and to use them, or to come to these different workshops and to learn. And we welcome people at any time. Our website is quincycareercenter.org, and all you have to do is just join to be a member. It doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
And everything is available, all the programs and services. So we encourage and welcome people to come down and to use the opportunity to help with their job search.
Now, do you want folks to register for these particular
workshops? It would be helpful if people did call. I mean, they could call the library. There is a number, 617-376-1316. You could also call us at the Career Center. The main number is 617-745-4000.
Okay.
And it would be helpful if you could, just to get a sense of coming. I think there'll be plenty of space, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. We're not going to close it off, but it would be helpful if people did register for those, and just to give us a sense of the crowd and so forth. So.
Very good. All right. It's a good time of year also, kids graduating high school and or college, thinking about the job search over the summertime.
Exactly.
So, Good luck, Ron. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having us. Yep.